Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a little different than what I normally do. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you the essential makeup brushes and applicators you need to have like a starter kit. I have multiples of a lot of these so that I can just do my makeup and don't have to wash my brushes as frequently and just have more. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel and click the bell right down below so you'll be notified of all of my future uploads. So we're just gonna jump right in. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is for your foundation and concealer. So there's 3 different ways that you can apply your makeup. I like to use all the different ways. There's some I use more often than others. So what I use pretty much all the time is the Tati Beauty Blendiful. So this is amazing. It comes with this and this small one. So like touch-ups and for other things. You can use it for both powders. My dogs are going crazy. Hey, stop it. Hey, stop it. Go. Well, if you see that moving some more, my dogs are going crazy. Back to what I was saying on the Blendiful. So you can use it for powders and foundation. I mainly use it for foundation and concealer. So I just use one corner of it for foundation, the other for concealer. If I do cream contour, I use this as well. So this is a great option. It's $18 for the 2 of them. If you prefer a sponge, so there's different options. You can go with the higher end beauty blender, but I actually prefer the Juno & Co. sponge. This is about, I'd say, anywhere from $4 to $6 depending on where you're getting it. I got a kit with 4 of them for $12, so or it might have been a little bit more with tax and everything. So it just depends on how you get it. If you get it from them, they don't have sales. So I got it on Amazon. But this is a great sponge and they have different shapes. You can get this shape or you can get more this shape and they're about the same price. So that is the option for sponges that I really like. And then to use a brush, I use a Morphe M439 brush. So this is a really nice brush. It's nice, compact. So I use this for my foundation. You can see these bristles are just super compact in there, so it works really nice to blend makeup on. And then for concealer, I use an Morphe M536 brush. So this just gets in really nice underneath the eyes and wherever you're gonna place that concealer. So it just is very, very precise about where you're gonna be placing that makeup. And then next up, we're gonna move on to the eyes. So this is brushes that I tend to have multiples of my eye brushes more so than my face brushes, just because I just don't always need multiples of the face brushes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So about 7 brushes that I think are essential to doing makeup looks for your eyes. These, you can do a lot of different looks. You could get multiples of them if you want, but the first couple brushes, so these 3 are all fluffy brushes, but they just go down in size. So the fluffiest one is an M441 brush. So this is nice to place color all over the eye or just like really in the crease and just kind of build it up into the upper crease. The M433 brush is really nice to get in and do like into the true crease because the shape of this, it's not fluffy all the way around like the M44 brush is. If you can see, the M43 brush is fluffy on one side, but then if you turn it, it's flat. So you can like really get that in and have that precise line that you want in your crease. And then the final fluffy brush, I tend to use this a lot on the outer V, is an M456. I can read, but it's like super flat, just a little fluffy, and you can really pack this in on the outer part of the eye. And then next up, these are more like detail to get really in there. So an M506 brush. So it's this long pointed brush, but it does have some fluff to it. So you can kind of do it. So I use this one actually to create this color right in here. And then an M531 brush. This is really nice to do the inner corner because you can be really precise with that, or you can bring it along anywhere you really want precision. Also beneath the brow bone is a really nice option. An M410 brush. I love using, this one's dirty. I don't have a duplicate of this one because I always use like dark shades. So there's this. So I use this to really pack in beneath the lash line just to get like a dark color in, and I'll smoke it out with one of those other ones. And then an M124 brush. Looks like so. So this is really nice to just pack on the color on the lid. Like so, you can see it just packs it on, or really detail. A lot of colors I tend to use my fingers and then go in with this just to get like really in and just like shape out that color. Or this is a really nice brush to do a cut crease with your concealer and all that. So these are the brushes I would recommend you get to do your eyes. You can get multiples of them, but they are really nice to have all of these brushes. Next up, so this is our final category, so it's the rest of the face, essentially. So this is an M or an E48, so this is like their Elite collection. You kind of see the difference. The M collection is matte, the Elite collection is a little shiny. So I like this brush. It's this nice like domed brush, and I actually use this to go in under the eyes to set powder underneath my eyes if I'm not using a blendable. So you can also use a blendable to set makeup, all powder, everything along your face. And then I have the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH02 brush. So you can also find this in the Morphe collection, the same style brush. It's just a nice big fluffy brush that I use just to put powder all over my face to set it down. And then there's some options that I have for bronzer. I like using this fan brush for bronzer. It is shedding. It's a newer one that I've actually started to really like. If I'm not using, again, the blendable, I really do like to use this, and it just really gets it in. Or if you prefer more of like a fluffy brush, the M527 is a nice one just to get bronzer for all over the face. And then for contour, I have two different brushes. So this is an M405 brush, and you can just really get the contour in right there. I've used it sometimes. I go back and forth between whether I want to use an angle brush or like a more like solid packed brush. I will do either. And then for nose contour, just like the little baby version of it, is this small angled brush, and this is an E62 brush that I really like to do nose contour because it just like really gets in, and since it has this angle on it, you can really get in right there where I like to bring the contour in all around. So we're down to our final two brushes. This is so exciting. So for blush, I like an angled brush like so. So this is an E4 brush, so you can just really pack in that all right there. And then for highlight, I use like a fluffy brush like this. I really like to like get that highlight on like that. And this is an M501 brush. So a lot of these brushes actually were part of the James Charles like big brush collection. So you can do that and you would have more options. They do have a lot of different brush like collections on the Morphe website. A lot of them are similar brushes. So like Jaclyn Hill brushes, they're all a different Morphe brush. Like they have them in, they've just relabeled them. So you have that option, is getting one of those brush collections that they have, so that it's not as expensive as getting each brush individually. You can get a whole bunch of them. I don't think this fan brush is in any part of them. At least I didn't see it in any of the ones I wanted. It might be part of one, but you can definitely look and see all the different brush collections. So I recommend doing that if you don't want to spend so much and get each of the individual brushes. Look for a collection that has kind of all of those things that you want. You might have to do a separate face as you do an eye collection, or splurge a little bit and get like a full collection, and you'll have multiples of things, especially with the James Charles one. You get multiple of the eye brushes. A lot of them you get multiple use ones. You don't necessarily have to use the brush for what it says on the packaging. A lot of brushes that what it says on the packaging, I don't actually use them for that. Like this one I think is really not supposed to, it's like a bronzer brush or something, but I use it to set under my eyes. So yeah, check out these brushes. They are amazing. Check out the Blendiful, is one of my favorite products, and the Juno & Co sponge. It is amazing. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about, oh, will this brush work instead of this one, just leave a comment down below and I'll let you know. I'll look into it and see if that brush has the similar look and can do the same thing as the brushes that I have shown you. But thank you again for watching this video. I hope this was very helpful for you to know what are some good brushes to get. I know there's some people that are just starting out and have no idea which brushes. I was that way when I started doing makeup. I was like, oh my god, there's so many different brushes. But once you start using the tools, you learn which tools work for you too, in the shape of your face, the shape of your eyes. So these are just the brushes that work for me and that I love. So I really appreciate you coming in and watching all of my videos. Make sure you check out my Instagram. It's m.hartman5, and I will see you soon in my next one. Bye.